Welcome back to the Chimera Island commentary. Chimera Island is a slice of life anthology about a hidden island striving to find balance. It follows four characters, one that wants to find adventure, one that wants to find friends, another one that wants to earn respect, and the last one trying to find his identity. In the last entry, we were talking about Sarah, who wants to find adventure. And with this episode of the series, we're going to talk about Ruth, the character who wants to find friends. But before we get to Ruth, there's always this one shot follows a formula of interlude, character, and interlude. And we're starting this episode with an interlude of two officers trying to find a missing Sarah. And we begin. Have you found her? Have you found her, Elitia? No, not negative. Sorry, Wolfgang. No worries. I couldn't make out her scent either. Well, it doesn't matter. Training hours are almost done. Let's report this to the overseers. You think she went topside? Not likely. So, the creation of these two characters was pretty freeform, because back in the what do you call it? The storyboarding phase, I knew I wanted a canine and a bird to work together trying to find Sarah. And when I went to the line art and the finalization phase, I was live streaming on Twitch and on YouTube. I sometimes live stream. If you're new to this, welcome. Sometimes I live stream. Like, comment, and subscribe, the shebang. Help me out with the algorithm. But anyway, so these characters were the breeds of these characters were completely requested from the chat, the active chat. When I asked for a bird, I forgot what specific bird this was, but I think it was a barn swallow or something. And the canine was an African dog, or it was something sort of like an African dog. And I also gave the chat the honor of naming some of the characters to keep it more engaging. So I think I kept the name Wolfgang. The Wolfgang was the name I chose because I thought it sounded pretty cool for a dog for a dog character. But as we continue, they're walking across the plaza of this town. As you can see, that's made up of characters, of chimeras, of different shapes and sizes, and on the different spectrums of anthropomorphic animals and more feral-looking animals, and also feral-looking animals with various sizes of their various sizes as well. So they continue their conversation. At her age, I doubt she's an assistant or in training to be a field chimera. A child wouldn't last long out there without proper guidance. Be that as it may, she's been reported found each day of schooling she misses. I don't think we should investigate the girl instead of notifying her parents for a change. There's a saying back in Bedrock: if one's overcome, we'll all be slowed down. We've heard of her parents. They're good, hardworking people. At least they try their best, as it seems. Questioning the girl outside our orders may not be against. Is outside of our orders, but not against. You might be right, Elitia. Elitia was also the stream given name for this bird right here. So struggle. I'm bad with names. The children are our future, after all. So with this interlude, transitioning from outside of the cave to inside the cave, we see these two characters talking about Sarah and moving on to school going out. And you see all these different creatures walking outside of this building, and one character saying, "What are y'all doing for today?" Oh, we got our chores to help our. I mean, she gets this chicken over here with a bee slash gets interrupted by other chickens. We gotta help the family business. Barely any time to rest. There's so much work to be done. But our mother needs somebody to manage the eggs. And everybody is so flabbergasted. Everybody's looking like, wow, this is the best thing I've ever heard. Saying, oh, I like it. I like it. It's very nice. And the possum girl, who was also chat, yeah, she was a chat requested character of saying drawing a possum, and I was like, all right, I can draw an opossum here. You know what makes me mad? That rabbit girl Sarah chooses when she goes to school. Where's her punishment? If school is so important, why are adults fine with her skipping? I think, and they interrupt. We all understand that school can be tough sometimes, especially when some people don't take blessings like school as serious as others. I honestly feel bad for her. Everyone's gonna have better opportunities attending their classes. When you think about it, she's only hurting herself. Next time you see her, encourage her to attend a bit more, okay? A little bit of kindness can go a long way. And they're all like, whoa, they spitting, they are spitting, and all that stuff. And this fish, because I wanted to add a fish. I love it when stories have fish characters. So I added, I love what you did there with your sashes. And Bruce tries to interrupt, saying, I came up with the idea, but and they interrupt like, oh, it's nothing. Just wanted to switch things up. Also, this is not a JoJo reference. Moving on, and the students, their minds are blown once again, saying how great they are, how cool they are, and they want to bite their style as well. And Ruth, looking left out, she sees somebody's she sees an opportunity of letting somebody know about where the actual sauce came from. So she says, I gave them the idea. Oh yeah, that's cool. Hey, you think they know my name? I know your name, Michael. I think it's really cool the way you awesome. Can you tell them that? And she gets completely cut off. So she looks at a turtle trying to do the sash thing like they did, but she's having some issues. So Ruth tries to help. I can help you with that. And the turtle says, "Don't touch me!" Don't screeching. And she's like, "I'm sorry." And everybody's like looking at them like, "What? That's crazy. What's happening?" I'm sorry. And this is like one of my favorite visual gags is like when somebody frantically speaks. It like you can barely see. You can only see like a couple of things. That just I don't know. I like having that visual thing. You're not supposed to look at it, but you just know that they're just talking a lot. So you don't need to read this. So she says, "Enough of this. Sorry to tell you this, but touching a spiritborn can't spread curses. No. Ephemerality, infertility, or any other disabilities are in fleshborn contact. You want to know why? Because she's our sister." Exactly. These girls are speaking up for her little sister. But why would they do that after cutting her off, letting her not have a time to shine? But we'll get to that. Delivered to our family by the overseers themselves, her life is a blessing. She's as nice as anyone can be. So let's all do our best to respect each other. We're brothers and sisters under the sun. And everybody in the crowd, they're looking at each other. They're like, you know what? Maybe they have a point. Maybe they're right. Maybe I think she's cool. Was she here all the time? So they're all just like questioning themselves. And one of them says, "Hey Ruth, you should go." And Ruth says, "What about our friends? I can't leave them. Slow down. They aren't our friends. Friends is sort of a strong word to use. But how can you say that? They listen to you. They want to be around you. Isn't that love? Isn't that a friend?" She's confused, and they're like, sweet summer child. It's not like that, Ruth. I care for these students, but I wouldn't call them friends. I believe when I believe when I say this isn't your group. Trust us, the spirits will provide. You should go home. We'll see you soon, yeah? Yeah, right. Sorry. As she cries into the forest, she apologizes into the woods. As we see Sarah coming out of the trunk of a tree, she's back, and Ruth literally runs into Sarah, saying she's sorry, not even knowing that she bumped into somebody. And Sarah says, "Don't cry on my clothes. They're all dirty." She said, "Thanks." And Ruth gets off her and she says, "Thanks. Take care." Wait, you're Sarah, right? Do you want to be friends? And after long consideration of the options, Sarah says no. And that concludes this part of the story, this commentary. What I really wanted to do with this part of the story was, I guess the idea was, the idea was when I was talking with a friend and we were bonding over, I guess, the idea of friendship and just like having that, being like essentially the little brother when you're around people, when you're around a group of people and you're not the reason why you're not the reason, or you're not part of the group per se. It's just giving off that vibe of understanding that your friends are not your friends, they're somebody else's friends, or they're there for somebody else. And the reason why this character has difficulty making friends is a lot of people gravitate to the older sibling, the cooler older sibling that the group looks up to, and not the younger sibling that has, oh shucks, sorry, left my tablet. I dropped my stylus. But we're back. We're keeping that in. We're doing it live, sort of live. But it's that feeling of not knowing, figuring out that understanding the people you hang around don't really care about your well-being, or just don't really care about that you're there, and just essentially being the extra wheel. So Ruth's journey is to essentially make those friends so she won't be the extra wheel per se. But that's this commentary. Let me know how you like it. Let me know what you think. And yeah, make sure you leave a comment. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to see if this is more of what you want. Anyway, check you later.